of the questions that you should be asking yourself is, how do I future-proof myself in an omnichannel world? Think about what happened just a few years ago when the prediction was that e-commerce, that was somewhat of a fad. The consumer really liked going into a brick and mortar retail location and putting their hands on the product and being able to satisfy their need to buy that instantly. The prediction was that e-commerce was not going to fit that, and that it wasn't going to allow that continuing satisfaction on the part of the consumer. Well, that's not proved to be true, has it? E-commerce continues to grow. It continues to evolve, and in fact, it's threatening the brick and mortar channel that some thought was going to continue to be sustainable for years to come. So as that has continued to evolve, the question that you have to ask yourself is, what's next in the area of e-commerce and omnichannel? And what is the expectation of the consumer? What we've seen in this omnichannel world is that the shift has happened fast, and that it's here to stay, and that it's happening at exponential speed. So for your organization, you must be looking at, how do I continue to satisfy the needs that e-commerce and omnichannel are providing to my business? But at the same time, how do I continue to improve? How am I taking advantage of continuous process improvement so that as we satisfy and address the needs of omnichannel and e-commerce, we're also doing it more profitably, and we're growing our businesses, and we're taking on new challenges and new opportunities that are presented. You don't achieve success in e-commerce omnichannel by doing the same old thing. There's a lot of people out there trying to do that. The success is achieved by doing it better, and that's where you're going to gain market share. We can look at examples with customers that we've had an opportunity to partner with who have taken on new business challenges where perhaps they were historically one form or fashion of e-commerce, but now they've introduced new opportunities into their business, perhaps through merger or acquisition, where they're now part of a much broader network, where they're leveraging their continuing e-commerce business, but now entering into the realm of omnichannel, where they have a network of brick and mortar retail locations where they will continue to sell through their e-commerce web channels, but now they're also taking advantage of the opportunity to reach the consumer in a brick and mortar location as well. These are the ongoing types of challenges and opportunities that businesses are facing today, and the decisions that they make as to how they grow their businesses, who they partner with in the future, and then really how all of this affects their supply chain strategies. In the area of e-commerce and omnichannel, as your business continues to address the requirements for that, and as your organization grows, you have to evaluate your supply chain strategies and make sure that you have that process of continuous improvement always underway. That could mean different relationships with your suppliers. That could mean the opportunity to leverage drop shipping mechanisms, or to change your replenishment strategies, change your inventory and stocking strategies. These are all things that at one point in time, a decision that was made now needs to be addressed because the volumes of your business are increasing. And so you need to be in a position as an organization to begin this journey of e-commerce and omnichannel and to get into this market, but know that you can also always continue to improve and experiment and introduce new methods into your supply chain strategies. And of course, to be able to do that with a flexible and adaptable supply chain solution that introduces subject matter expertise, but then the ability to allow you to be as creative as you need to be to dominate your market space. So as an organization, you have your own internal pressures that you're facing that affect the decisions that you make regarding your strategies for e-commerce and omnichannel fulfillment, the facilities that you have under your control, your operations, your resources. But you also have these external pressures, right? The large e-tailers, which are constantly changing the game, and they're really upping the ante with the consumer from the standpoint of expectations and fulfillment and how quickly they can get their hands on product. And so you need to be in a position where you can change your business processes and strategies and introduce an effective response to the pressures that you have internally and even more importantly, externally, which continue to drive the market forward in this area of e-commerce and omnichannel fulfillment.